How you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I want to talk about the incident that happened with the Mesa Police Department. It was about this man named Daniel. They were at a, how you say, a quintessena for a 15-year-old for his 15-year-old daughter. It was beautiful. It was like a beautiful place. And what happened was, it was a man that had came into the venue, and he was touching little girls. So Daniel got up and did what he needed to do to stop this man and put him out, for touching on the kids. So I think that was Daniel's niece and that was touched. So he did what he needed to do. I mean, come on, somebody in your, anybody in your surroundings that's touching on little kids, you're gonna do what you need to do. So the guy that Daniel had fought and threw out, he called the police. So when the police came, the police had said some type of some word that they use. It's like a cartoon. They said that it means like, let's take our pants or something like that there. So anyway, when the police had came in, Daniel was standing there, and they came straight over to Daniel. So Daniel's standing there in like a position like this, right? So the police was like, "Oh, you can have a seat. Can you sit down?" So Daniel like, "No, like what happened?" And mind you, he's I don't know his he's Spanish. He's some type of Spanish. I don't know where he's from, but he speaks Spanish, and English is his second language. So it's a little barrier, but just a small one. So Daniel was like, "No, I'm good. What happened?" So the police officer just automatically, when Daniel has dead like this here, he's not understanding like why is they coming to him. So Daniel did, come to the police, but he wasn't like in his face or anything like that. And the police just pushed him. So when he pushed him, it was like a game, y'all. Like some type of like this police officers is like a gang, like for real. They did some bull. So when they had pushed Daniel, he fell into the other policeman's arm, and that's when all hell broke loose. They actually beat the brakes off Daniel. When I say beat the brakes off Daniel, they beat him so bad to where they was kneeing him, they were punching him, and mind you, he was knocked out, and they was doing all of this. Then they turned around and took their taser and was sticking it on Daniel's body. Yes, it was. You don't even hear like when being that he had got tased, you don't even hear him like screaming like he's supposed to be screaming because it's a taser, because he's knocked out. He's not literally knocked out. So now it was kids there. So the kids is walking over and saying, "Get off of him! What is going on? The man that told you this here touched me," and he literally started to take out the pepper spray and spray the children, y'all. They went buck wild up in there. And I'm just saying this here. It was like 8 officers. Each and every one of them officers need to face charges. Charges. Because, first of all, they lied. All of them told a bunch of lies. When I say a bunch of lies. They tried to say Daniel he said Daniel walked in his face, like he was right there aggressively, and all this other extra stuff. None of that never happened. Like, they had to make up something to excuse their behavior. And another thing, for them to try to hurt the kids, you literally was gonna pepper spray the kids. And another thing I forgot to tell you, if you look real good on one of the police officers' arm, he has a tattoo. They're gonna tell you what the tattoo means, because I'm gonna show you this video. And when y'all watching the video, I want y'all to comment comment down below and let me know, like, did they go too far? Like, how they lied on Daniel and was saying that he was aggressive. He would not do what he would. What I'm saying is, do y'all agree with me that each and every one of these police officers should be fired? You understand? Not just, reprimanded and get a slap on the hand or anything like this. Now they're saying, let me check this out here. Check this out here, y'all. They're saying that Daniel have now, being that what they did to him, he has brain damage. He has brain damage. You could see that. You could see them giving him brain damage because the way they was kneeing him, the way they was smashing his head in the floor. He was knocked out, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, he was going. Daniel was knocked out, like for real. But like I said, I want y'all to comment in the bottom and let me know how you feel about the situation. But I need to warn you that the video is very, very violent. Okay, so if you don't like this type of violence, please don't watch the video, and I see you in the next one. But anyway, y'all, I have to show y'all this video, and like I said, I'm warning y'all that it is very violent, and if you can't watch it, please go to, go watch something else, or I'm gonna put up some more videos, and I see you when I get back. And what y'all can do for me, can y'all please hit that like button and comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in a minute because I'm going to show you the video. Okay, so hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Don't forget now. Just hit the button, y'all. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing. Just hit the like button. That's all, and subscribe, and I'll bring more content to y'all. Like like I do news or whatever. But forget all that, y'all. Y'all want to see what happened. I know y'all do. Let me let y'all see this because this is a hot ass mess, y'all.
On October 2nd, 2022, a handful of Mesa officers walked into this event hall. You can see adults, teens, and young children, all there for a quinceañera. The officers head straight to this man. His name is Daniel Barraza.
I don't know. Apparently there's a fight or something. Want to have a seat? We'll talk about it.
I don't need a fight. I don't need a seat. What do you need?
Hey, explain what happened with the quinceañera.
Ma'am, yeah. We got told him to. We got told him to fight. Okay. We're going to talk to him. Back up!
The officers punched, kneed, and tasered Daniel. They also pinned his head to the floor.
Stop! Let go of him! Let go of him! Is he got something?
Let go of him! What else we need?
After more than a minute, officers handcuffed Daniel, his body limp.
He's got a broken nose.
I think he's unconscious, so... Okay, get him up on his side.
Let's stop here and go back to this point. Why did the officers first go straight to Daniel? Records show police received an unknown trouble call, and in the parking lot, a man told them he was punched by Daniel. What the officers didn't know, that man was accused of inappropriately touching underage girls on the dance floor, including Daniel's goddaughter.
That's why you just have to cooperate with us. We came at you super chill. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
Quote, "We came at you super chill." In legal filings, Daniel and his attorney see it much differently, writing that the officers attacked Daniel without provocation, and they did so for no other purpose but to inflict pain and suffering. Now let's stop here and go back even further, before officers ever entered the building. Listen as the first officer started his body camera.
Let's get Swifty. Come on. Might as well.
Daniel's attorney called the phrase, "let's get swifty," some type of call to arms, to set the tone for how officers would treat Daniel and other partygoers. The phrase is from a cartoon called Rick and Morty. The characters singing, "Take off your pants and panties. On the floor. It's time to get swifty in here." Back inside the event hall, while the officers took down Daniel, this one broke away and pulled out his pepper spray.
Back up. Spray everyone. Back up.
Let's stop and play some of that back. First, you may have noticed the tattoos on his forearms. Those words are Latin for hunting evil. And here, the people he's threatening to spray are teenage girls and a boy. It's why we've blurred their faces.
Back up, go!
This girl is Daniel's goddaughter, trying to tell that officer about the other man.
The guy touched me! The guy touched me!
Later, the same officer told the same girl Daniel should have
You
cooperated.
should have told us what happened, because he probably wouldn't be going to jail if that's what happened, because he wanted to fight with us. Now that's where we're at. Okay?
In legal filings, Daniel's attorney wrote the officers lied in their reports to justify the arrest. Quote, he was wrongly and maliciously charged with the crime in order to cover up these officers' improper actions. And in their reports, the officers did write several false statements. But before we get to those reports, let's quickly focus on the officer who first pushed Daniel. His name is Officer Monarez. If his name sounds familiar, it's because he was part of a pretty big scandal back in 2018. Surveillance video showed several officers beating this man. Monarez got a written reprimand for his role. That case settled for $350,000. Now back to Officer Monarez at the quinceañera. In his report, he wrote, Daniel was asked multiple times to sit down, but did not comply. Not true. It was once.
See, we'll talk about it.
I don't need to fight. I don't need to see. What do you need?
Officer Monarez also wrote, Daniel again showed non-compliance by stating, I don't have to do. Other officers wrote the same. Listen again, knowing that English is Daniel's second language.
See, we'll talk about it.
I don't need to fight. I don't need to see. What do you need?
Monarez also wrote Daniel had his arms crossed and fists clenched. Here you can see his hands, not clenched. The officer also writing, Daniel walked directly towards me and stopped just a few inches in front of me. Due to Daniel not complying with multiple commands to sit down, already showing aggressive behavior, and now within inches of me, I impact pushed Daniel to create separation so that he could be placed in handcuffs. Video shows Daniel is never within inches of the officer. The others also wrote they had to repeatedly punch, knee, and taser Daniel because he was resisting and trying to punch them. But in Daniel's lawsuit, there's one thing his lawyer points out that isn't in their police reports. The report is silent as it pertains to Daniel losing consciousness during their unwarranted and illegal attack.
I think he's unconscious, so
Get him up on his side.
Now, this lawsuit is still in the very early stages, and in this case, Daniel claims he suffered severe injuries, including broken ribs and a traumatic brain injury that's left him with permanent neurological problems. As for the criminal charges, before this incident, Daniel's lawyer said he had a clean record, and while the resisting arrest charges were dropped, he's still facing a misdemeanor count for allegedly punching the man accused of touching his niece and other girls at the party. I'm investigator Dave Biscobing.